All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Saiki K, Season 2, Episode 11. Your brother has tried to take over the world, but, you stopped him.
Foiled again.
That's right. You didn't let him take advantage of the elderly. Good job.
For too long.
For too long. Right.
Although very much did test a cybernetic enhanced grandpa, and also a youth serum that would make them regain their strength and make them take over.
If not for the motivations behind it and the, aging effects
Side
of
effects,
the side effects, of the anti-de-aging chamber or whatever, really that could have just been very helpful,
Yeah, totally. Not just create a psychological dependency that they would have on,
on technology. Yeah. But do we have that even today with smartphones and TVs and anime and things like that?
I mean, that's true, but there's a difference between where you exploit that dependency,
Right. Yes, definitely.
Yes.
But on to a new episode with new hijinks and craziness and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Some Nendo.
And some more Aira.
Oh, yes, definitely. Definitely.
I think we still need to kind of roll out her place, if you will, in the party, just in general.
Yes.
Overall.
Have her properly assert dominance.
Yeah. Just
do you need to be
really needs to be established, prominently placed.
Yeah. I'm sure Rita won't mind.
No.
Yeah.
He won't be around to
if she steps on him and basically says, "Hey, I'm the psychic of this party."
I think he would
problem
like
with that. Yeah.
So, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. All right, everyone, now be sure to go check out the reaction portion of the video in the description below, then come back here for the discussion.
Judgment lights up.
Okay.
Yes.
So,
yes, a good suite, if you will,
indeed,
of skits.
A wonderful set of skits this episode, but as far as if we were to say which skit is indeed the greatest, I feel like it's a close call between the Nendo love letter and the love story at the end.
The love story was quite good. I feel like wonderful. From a plot perspective, though, the Teruhashi Kusuke introduction was pretty strong.
That's a good point.
Because there was a lot of continuity stuff built into it. I love the idea that Teruhashi and Saiki actually teamed up for a little bit.
That was cool.
Even though Saiki really can't do too much overtly.
Yeah, he didn't do much, yeah.
Well, no, but he desired to do it, and in some ways he probably needed to, maybe egg on the people a little bit.
Sure.
There's a possibility, even though they didn't say that.
Yeah, although they didn't need any extra egging on, really, because just seeing Teruhashi cry and hearing what Kusuke said to her.
Yes.
That's all it's needed,
God himself possessed them all and was like,
right.
Take him down.
I love that he just escapes on a helicopter. Okay, sure.
He is kind of like a Team Rocket villain kind of character. Where it's
totally.
Like he doesn't have a Jesse equivalent, but he's got to fit in the world of Saiki K. So he's got enough intelligence for all of Team Rocket times 100. So that's pretty good there. But okay. I really liked the skit with the story of the library, though.
That
that one does have a run for like one of the best Saiki skits ever.
It's because the thing is, it was a funny skit.
Yeah.
But it also was something that was a very clever use of Saiki's powers.
Yes.
Right. The idea that he has the gloves on for his psychometry totally makes sense.
Yep.
But then he ends up and he does it specifically to avoid spoilers with things, and all that stuff. Cool, right?
Yep.
But then he ends up discovering a romance, right? And then he gets super invested, right? And I love the idea that even though he was like, no, I'm not really into romance, I'm more into mystery and stuff. Then he's like, nope, I need to know what's next.
And I think what was really fun about this, because obviously these are skits, so they don't have any strong elements of needing to proceed other skits in specific orders. But whoever directed this episode thought that it was a very good idea to have the episode with the love letter for Nendo, where he uses psychometry in the very beginning, be also in the same episode where at the very end he uses his psychometry, in a way that was unintentional,
right?
Kind of setting the viewer up to be ready for, oh, right, Saiki's ability of psychometry, which he rarely uses. I mean, he very rarely uses it. So that was another little cool detail there to just prep the viewer in that regard. But yeah, having characters that are on the less attractive side of things, conventionally speaking, have
this gripping romantic epic.
Yeah. But we can't have that for Nendo because.
That was okay.
No.
The punchline joke.
Damn it.
The punchline joke of okay, yeah, it was someone who was scouting him for his skills. I love that, right?
Yeah. It totally makes sense.
Right, and Nendo just shows up and gets the winning home run and catches a ball that was about to hit her in the face.
I like that he also said it in that order because obviously the foul ball happened before the home run because the foul ball is something where he would have been out in the stands watching. So he wasn't playing yet. And then also the idea that he put it in that order because he probably thought the foul ball catch was more, impressive than the game-winning home run, which you could debate that, but definitely not for the team's perspective.
Right, and yeah. So he gets this love letter. Great. We get to see everyone's responses to that but I think this is an acknowledgement of the creator that there is fan demand to be like, wait.
Yeah.
What if Nendo ends up getting a romance subplot, right?
A little idea going there.
Right? Even though
we've had her name introduced so she can come back.
That's
Maki
true.
Can return.
And I'm going to say, I think it would make for a wonderful sort of subversion of the current joke because it was never confirmed necessarily that she wanted just to recruit him. Right?
Yeah, she could like him and want to recruit him for the purpose of having a convenient way to see him more often.
Yep, exactly. Yeah. So because
in fact, she'd be probably seeing him shirtless if she's the manager, at least a couple times.
And it was very much written as a love letter, right? Like there was the hearts and everything and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Which could just be, they're trying
That's what she does to bring people into the baseball team.
Exactly, and hey, if it works, it works.
It works, yeah.
But it would be so perfect. It would be so perfect to have no one in the show actually have any true romantic developments except Nendo.
Yeah.
Like there's something so beautiful about that idea, where it's just like, hey, he just keeps the main thing the main thing. They just have a great time. It's super super casual and chill,
He crushes it at baseball. She falls more and more in love with him. He actually likes the way in which she gives him lots of attention, and thus he gives a lot of attention back to her.
Exactly, right? Because we know that he is very, very straightforward with the people that he appreciates and and is close to. So just saying. Just saying.
And then we could also have Nendo introducing her to his mom.
His mom, yeah,
which would be just the funniest shit ever.
Oh yeah, well, and also oh yeah, so my dad died, and then it's like, oh no,
there's a lot of sweet things about Nendo that are just there underneath the surface and they're not usually explored. But we remember
that's right.
Nendo is a big heart, he's a sweet guy, and he cares a lot about people, and he deserves romantic happiness.
That's right.
Don't let his butt chin hold him back. Don't let his really stupid haircut
might be
hold
into
him back.
that, Yeah. Yep.
Nendo's a big.
He's our boy.
Big teddy bear. Yeah.
That's right. Yep. But there were some other wonderful skits this episode.
We had the normie skit. Like seeing Saiki just be so overjoyed to see someone so ordinary.
That was wonderful.
I was really surprised he didn't think about wait, I could just disappear. I could change my life. I could just become him.
I straight up was...
And I would never have to worry about anything ever again.
I was expecting him to go up to the person and be like, teach me your ways. Now, of course, maybe that would ruin it, right?
Because he would have to telepathically speak to him,
Sure, and then also, that would be then letting the person know that he sees him as extraordinary, which might, ruin the whole thing.
Yeah. And he could just read his mind. He doesn't need to do anything to actually, have him teach him. He just be like, no, I'm just going to follow you.
But just the idea of, in this show that is part of the comedic setup is that Saiki is the extraordinary, right? Yes. Everybody likes Saiki, he has the crazy awesome psychic powers, all of that stuff. He can do everything, right? But the idea of for him to be in the essentially this might not be quite the right word, but the subservient role where he's like oh, you, yes, master, I will learn from you. That's just, I think that fits his character very nicely.
Really nicely.
Yeah, and adds to the comedy and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
We got a lot more Hyro this episode, was nice.
We did.
Hyro being the one who will not lead the judo world.
Because that will be Nendo, obviously.
Obviously Nendo.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Yep.
I really want Hyro to then have, because of the way he was set up here, to have then his moment where it's who would Hyro actually be interested in?
No, see, he gets like a very serious like half episode where it's a bunch of skits of him just being like, I've come to my wit's end. Everything. I dedicated myself to, being the most disciplined, the most, hardworking, all that. Yes. And yet, it all comes to nothing because of Nendo. Where did I go wrong? What must I do to pick up the pieces, Ends up having this really serious arc right in the middle of Saiki K.
Sounds like he just would randomly burst into song.
Yeah, exactly.
But, all right, wonderful. No Ida this episode. Mm-hmm. So I guess we're shifting the focus around a little bit. Yep, I really like that everyone's gets their kind of turn in the spotlight here. But Teruhashi, you did pretty good this episode.
You did.
You got to go to the shrine with Saiki.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's
he
right.
was actually interested in doing that, not for what you wanted necessarily. But,
right.
I mean, this was a W for Teruhashi, I would say.
Indeed.
Indeed. Quite a big one.
Yep.
So. All right, yeah. But y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below. For our Patreon, you can get an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
We stream every weekday. The info's in the description.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
next time.